I'm a 52-year-old male.
I'm 35.
I'm a 27-year-old male.
I'm 18.
I'm a 75-year-old man.
And I'm a survivor of childhood sexual abuse.
I was abused as a young child.
I'm a sexual abuse survivor.
I'm a sexual abuse survivor.
I'm a survivor of childhood abuse.
It's the seal of confession that kick-started my journey of healing.
Confession has started my healing process.
And the Catholic confessional has saved my life.
And the seal of confession has brought about healing.
And my healing began under the seal of confession.
The Seal of Confession in Western Australia is under its greatest attack, as is every Catholic and Orthodox priest. And this is a direct assault on Jesus and his power to heal our deepest wounds. My name is James, and I'm a survivor of extensive childhood sexual abuse. As a non-Catholic, non-Orthodox teenager, I first disclosed my abuse under the Seal of Confession. Now, at the time, I was suicidal. I had no one to turn to. It was the profound empathy of the priest in confession that day which literally saved my life. And 20 years later, I went to the police and became the key witness in a case which convicted a serial paedophile. Now, without the safety I felt with the priest under the Seal of Confession, I would never have begun my healing journey, which would have left a prolific abuser free to damage more children's lives. The confessional seal saved not only my life, but in turn saved many children from being abused. Today, I have the honour of walking alongside victims of every age and culture. Now, unbeknown to most Western Australians, survivors' basic freedoms are under threat, as possibly are your own. You see, the McGowan government is pushing a bill to force priests to break the Seal of Confession in relation to child abuse. And this proposed bill has passed Parliament's lower house, but was transferred by the upper house to something called the Legislation Committee. And this committee is now asking the public to send in written submissions containing relevant concerns about the bill. And let me assure you, there are many concerns. Please see the fact sheet that we're providing, which outlines some of these concerns. And the deadline for submissions is Friday, the 24th of July, so time is short. The government's role is to deal with crime, not to deal with souls or sin, so it has no place to override churches' teachings and traditions. And it's commonly known that child abusers don't visit the confessional, and even if they did, forgiveness for their sins would depend on them confessing their crimes to the statutory authorities. Now, if it happened, then that would be a win for both society and the government. But instead, proposed interference by politicians has started frightening away not just abusers, of which there are few, but survivors themselves from the confessional. Few people realise that victims and survivors often visit the confessional, whether they're Catholic or Orthodox, non-Catholic, non-Orthodox, and yes, even non-Christians. Why do they do this? Because of the Seal of Confession. The seal offers victims a safe, secure, and watertight place where they can be listened to without cost and where they can remain anonymous and can decide what they're ready and not ready to share, and all of this in complete confidence. The confessional seal, as it presently stands, it literally saves lives, and it offers every abuse victim the chance to begin to heal. And yet the government's bill threatens this safe space. And really what it does is it destroys hope, and it will lead to more suicides. And no decent citizen or politician should stay quiet and let this happen. So let me be really clear. Policing the seal will mean more victims traumatized, which will lead to fewer convictions, which means more child abuse in society. Several courageous survivors have filmed videos telling their powerful stories of healing and hope thanks to the Seal of Confession. I invite you to watch these and to share them widely with those you know. And please also consider writing a submission to the Legislation Committee outlining your support for survivors of childhood abuse who desperately need the Seal of Confession to remain outside of any political interference. And who knows, Standing in support of the seal might, without your knowledge, mean saving the life of someone that you love.